I've got my friend, Dr. Michelle Roughton here again from Amelia Aesthetics because she is going to help us talk about another risk that can come with having implants and one that sounds scary, but I hope you're going to tell me it's really not that big of a deal, which is breast implant ruptures. So let's talk about that.
Okay. Everybody here probably already knows this, but in general, there's saline implants and there's silicone implants, not to like beat a horse here, but saline implant, you know immediately if your implant's ruptured. Within an hour or two, you're going to literally have a flat tire and call. In fact, I always know what it is when the call is like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened. And I'm like, your implant ruptured. How'd you know? Because nobody calls and says that if that's not it.
Yeah.
So, but with the silicone implant, especially these gummy bear implants, they are so solid. Like if you put a knife in a gummy bear, they won't change shape. So you won't know that your implant's ruptured. Now your implant does not explode inside of you. In fact, you can see on Instagram, like it's always a man, right? But a male plastic surgeon driving over breast implants to show you like how strong they are. Not the surgeon, but the breast implant. So that's good, but they probably never really ruptured because you got hit in the chest, or very, very rarely, probably because they move just a little bit in your body all the time. And now the rupture rates with the 5th generation implants are so much lower at 10 years than they were with the kind of implants that were more like maple syrup, like the ones my mother had put in the 80s. Say, Mom. Those were over half were ruptured at 10 years, and now it's between 9 and 20% at 10 years. So that rate has come way down. The FDA recommends that you screen for rupture because you can't tell that it's ruptured, and they say MRIs or ultrasounds 6 years after they're put in, and then every 3 to 4 years thereafter for the rest of your life. Insurance doesn't cover that screening. So a lot of patients find themselves like, oh, I don't know how much I want to invest in that. Is there a known harm from rupture? And so there is not. We can't do that test though, right? Like I can't take 100 women and rupture their implants and say, call me if you have a problem. Like, so it's a little hard to know. But certainly breast implants are the most studied device we put in people's bodies, and we've yet to find a single link between a ruptured implant and any sort of illness or disease process. Ultimately, many women don't screen their implants, but most of us will get a mammogram every year once we turn 40 to screen for breast cancer. Ultimately, that's where most ruptures picked up, even though the mammogram isn't the best test because it's the only test our breasts are typically getting. No known harm from rupture, no emergency to treat rupture. If and when your implant is ruptured, we'll take the old one out and put a new one in. If you're not changing size and you're otherwise happy, that's a surgery that can even be done with you awake. Like it is not a big deal. The implant manufacturers, as of today, all have lifetime warranties on rupture. So if and when your implant's ruptured, generally 20 to 30 years from now, there's a better implant on the market you'd rather have. Old one out, new one in, and that's usually pretty straightforward.
Oh my God, that was perfect. I feel so much better. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
If you're researching plastic surgery, you're going to want to hear this.
The video you just watched was one of hundreds of educational plastic surgery videos that you can find in the completely free Bustmob Academy app. Go download it in the App Store.
That's right. And that's not the only free resource. We have tons of them that the team at Amelia Aesthetics has built with you in mind.
Yep, so you ready to start researching? Watch this video right here to learn about all of the benefits and resources available to you in the Bustmob community.